back to streaming after a little while away. Today we're gonna be doing some monster drawing. Or ghost monsters to be exact. Ugh. Alright. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up the other guy just so we can show it off. Alright, so this is the first one that we've done. And so now we're going to be doing another one that's going to be kind of strong looking. We're going to go with... It's always good to kind of get like a mid-tone going. I like to use orange here. That way it's kind of, you know, it's a little neutral. You're not working too light, too dark. We're gonna get a bluish going here for our sketch brush. Oop. All right, so we need this character to be strong and non-human. Hey, Pearl Gold, how you doing? So, strong. So we want it to be kind of boxy here, right? But we already did something similar with this. So I'm trying to think if we want to do, So we did like the muscles. So they're supposed to be ghosts, and they're non-human. So I want to figure out something. I thought about flying at first, but I'm not think. Hi, a cat that does stuff. I'm doing pretty good. You know, just doing some client work. Trying to think up of an idea, because I have complete creative freedom on this project. And I'm really having a blast with it. Like, I made this guy earlier today, and I'm really happy with how it came out. But now I have to make 4 other characters in a similar fashion. One more that... Oh, well, thank you for the follow, a cat that does stuff. I appreciate it. But I need to do one more. So this is one of the strong characters. He wants 2 strong characters. 2... Well, actually, let me see. There's like a female character that's going to be a kind of like a master of all of the characters, which is interesting. So let me see what he wants here. Okay. 5 ghost monster. Okay. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I've been doing this for a little while. 2D isn't my main focus, but it is something I really love doing. It's something I've been doing for a long time. There's always room for improvement. Okay, so I'm trying to... Okay, here we go. So, all original creative designs. So, 2 strong, scary... That's right, scary monsters. Scary, brutal monster ghosts. 2 defender, cheerful ghosts. Okay, so that'll be something we worry about later on. And then 1 female, soft-looking but strong master ghost monster. So these are it's really interesting. I mean, it's super, super vague. We have a while to do these, but yeah. So we're going for the another strong ghost monster. So I'm trying to think. We have a ground. I'm thinking... I'm thinking something with multiple limbs. Multiple limbs sound like a fun idea. So maybe we do, let's darken this here. Non-human, scary, and multiple limbs. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna try to go for multiple limbs. I'm thinking, what if we do kind of like a stocky, 4 or 5, no, I guess, I think 6 would be too much. So maybe we do something like a scorpion kind of thing. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, like a tail with some weapon stuff going on here. And then we have these giant, stocky, you know, something like this, where it's like a giant, stocky, and they have a big old weaponized tail. But it'd have to be, 4 big arms and 1 little arm? Oh, actually, that brings me to a different idea. Ooh, actually, okay, yeah. I forgot about the little arm thing. I wanted this one to be lopsided, that's right. I had thought about something earlier. So, I want to do something... I want the head to be kind of, like, connected to the shoulders, like, not very high up from the shoulders. And then I wanted... So, we'll have 1 small arm, and then 1 massive... fist kind of thing, and then maybe we'll have 2 arms on this side where it's like 2 small arms, something like that. But he's gonna have to lean on this 1 big ass arm. That could be an interesting idea. So we got to think of something for the bottom half, though. So the bottom half is something. Let's shrink this. So, okay. So for the bottom half, we could just go for the tail, but we did do that with this guy. We could continue that theme, but kind of like, I don't know. Let's see. I kind of like it where they'd be balancing on the 1 arm. Maybe we do like a, instead of like a fist, because we did that with this one, we do like a, like the hand, or, because it's not supposed to be humanoid, so we do like a sludge kind of thing here, maybe. And we do, have like the head leaning out here, torso here, and then have something, tentacles, ooh, yeah, for the lower half. That's a good idea. I'm liking where your head's at. That's good stuff. Yeah. So yeah. I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of like sludge for this one, because we did more of a solid one here. So maybe, yes, maybe something more liquidy, and the tentacles help with that too. So something similar to that, and that kind of, yeah. Okay, all right. The wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. Let's get rid of this. All right. So let's begin. So he's going to be. So with tentacles though, that means he doesn't have to rely on the one big arm necessarily. So we have like, all right. So we have tentacles. And we're gonna obviously refine this a lot more later on. This is just kind of like the brainstorming phase. And then we go into like a massive kind of and this will be like the head here. Maybe we make the left arm the massive one. Ooh, I like the kind of going out farther here, kind of like this. So that way it's kind of narrow up here, but then super large over here. Gives it more of a uneasy looking. And then Okay, let me move this down here. So maybe. Okay. Okay, let's go up a layer. We want it ogre-like. Think about something like that, maybe. So let's start trying to figure out this here. It's gonna be kind of goopy. You don't really need fingers here. It's just gonna be kind of like a ball of goop. And then let's take this out of the way. And then, so we're gonna go around, kind of get an idea for how much volume this thing's gonna take up. Ooh, I kind of like that idea, where it's kind of like a fat looking monster ghost, leaving behind like a trail of sludge and junk. Like thick tentacles instead of a bunch of Okay, alright. This arm is gonna be a little too far up for that, so let's... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Something like Jabba the Hutt-esque. And then maybe we can have like the eyes be less defined as eyes. Kind of like holes in the head instead of eyes, you know? maybe... Okay, so... It's looking a bit more humanoid than I want. So maybe we do where we have another arm coming out. A gnarly ghoul hand, huh? Your arm right there doesn't necessarily follow exactly what we want. That could be something we do for another one. I kind of like the idea of keeping this one more like amorphous, you know, less like it's real thick proportions because the body's not being held together very well. Okay, and now, let's see. I'm trying to figure out... I want to put another arm over here. Maybe one behind. It's actually looking a little more cutesy than I want. Less intimidating. So maybe we don't do two eyes here. So the two ways we can go about this is we can have one big eye. Something like that. We could have... Or we can have multiple eyes, but I kind of like the void kind of thing going on here. It gives it kind of like a Grim Reaper vibe going. So I'm digging that. Ooh, okay, something, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna erase this one here. We're gonna get these guys out of here, and we're gonna... So, kind of like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep the void and then put eyes other ways. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So something I was thinking was having it, kind of laying down, so facing us may, like... Kind of in perspective, almost. Kind of struggling to move around a little bit. And have like random eyes. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that idea. Kind of like there's that ritual monster from Yu-Gi-Oh. Whatchamacallit, Thousand Eyes Restrict. Kind of something similar to that feel. Let's see if we can't look up a reference of that to kind of get some inspiration. Not price. Not trying to buy the damn thing, just trying to look at it. Well, okay, that's not exactly what I was thinking. Thousand Eyes Idol, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, that one has a lot more structure than I remember it. Yeah, it's not really giving me a whole lot of inspiration there. It's not exactly what I was thinking. Okay. So I'm just trying to think of a pose here to put this guy in that shows off the elements that we want. So I'm thinking it's going to be kind of lurching forward. So head's going to be here. The stuff's going to be like this. And then the arm back here. Maybe it's reaching out. No. Yeah, definitely gonna go for goop, for sure. Just trying to figure out this pose. Because I want it to look dynamic. So I want to put it off balance. Maybe it's, okay, looking, and we have its hand here. All right, and then this one, it's kind of leaning on this, and it's kind of, the hand's still kind of sticking to the ground. Okay, so yeah, something similar, and we have this moved over a bit, so we want to give it room. We want to make this seem large. And then kind of tilt its head a little bit. Oh, we're sketching on the wrong layer. That's fine. We'll sketch over top of this real quick. You know, it's not necessarily having the strong vibe I'm going for, though. It's kind of seeming defenseless in this aspect. So maybe we do something more intimidating. Let's look up some intimidating poses. Let's see what we can find. You know, I wonder what happens if we come up with Goop Monster. Okay, alright. That's interesting. I kinda dig that. Yeah, okay, this is kind of similar in theory. It's kind of going for what I'm trying to go for. I mean, it's from, that's... Okay. Clayface from Teen Titans. It's kind of similar, only this is a lot more humanoid than I'm gonna make it. What if we make it based on... Okay. Ooh, something like that looks really nice. But again, too humanoid. But if we replace, say you replace this with tentacles, replace this with the giant arms, make it less... Yeah, so we could make it more structured to make it look better as far as that's concerned. Yeah. Alright, alright. Eye socket could be melting or droopy. Very strong arm with the other arm kind of dissolving. Okay, okay. Let's see if we can't bust something out here. Okay, so we have... I know I want the head to be kind of moving forward, or not moving forward, more, kind of like in with the rest of the body, and then we can have the arm, that one arm kind of losing its form, kind of drooping away. Again, I don't like the front facing. I didn't think a goop monster would be this hard to pose. So let's do some like quick sketches, I think, of this. So we have goop monster with dissolving arm. Now we want to... All right, now let's see. The two-arm thing is maybe messing me up a bit more than I... Keeping to the structure is more of a headache, I think. Let's see. No, that's more of a bean shape, so I think we want to do like more... Yeah, something trailing. That's kind of an interesting... Yeah, I think that I think might be the key, is putting something solid, like an eye, and surrounding it by things that are droopy to kind of give you that uneasy feeling. Maybe we'll have some on the shoulder here, kind of drooping in. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere as far as this is concerned. Okay, I'm kind of liking this pose, actually. Just like a simple, stationary, kind of looking at the camera. Okay, this is starting to come out a little better here. Okay. All right, let's kind of go for this. I like this. Liking the way it's going. Just make this arm big. And then make the tentacles kind of trailing behind instead of directly underneath. Or we can do both, actually. Yeah, that kind of gives it more of a wispy feel. I'm digging that. Okay. And then we'll leave kind of like a trail of goop here. And then we can make the eye look strained. Yeah. All right, I'm digging this. Kind of all looking the same way here. All right, Goop Monster is coming along, and then we're gonna leave some long, some long things. Oh, that's a good idea. Something like, yeah, make it look like stuff has been, like, clinging to him. Alright, let's see if we can't refine this a bit and get an idea of where we're headed. So let's do the solid parts first and then kind of form the rest around it. Oop. Get some of the we can get some of the more of the details going on here. Kind of imply the number of eyes, don't necessarily go overboard with it. And then we can, as we add these tentacles here, we can add kind of like goop strands that are something like that. Yeah, make it look real gross. Like there's something solid there, but it's not, but it's covered by all this nonsense. All right, so we have skinny ones, and then we have something like tendons almost, just like these tendrils coming out. Well, I don't want to do the ear just because I want to keep this as far away from like human as possible, and ears are like it's distinctly human, you know. Like at least with the eyes and the hairs and stuff, like everything has those. So, well, I mean, obviously everything has ears too, but I guess I could add like an animal ear or something. But you know, too much. We just want to hint that there's something under there, not necessarily go too overboard with it. Teeth might be something we can look into though, because teeth tend to make things look a lot creepier. So that's something that we could definitely work with. All right. Keep this very rounded and kind of zoom out again because we've been working close up a bunch. Okay. All right. Get some small hairs going. I liked that idea a lot. It's looking like something that came from under your bed that came to life. Like some food you left out for a long time. We can erase this. We're gonna have the goop. And then something like that, where it's kind of splatted onto the ground. There we go. We could do something with like an underlying structure. Like, you know, some of the goops kind of melting away to reveal some stuff. You know, even if the client doesn't approve this, it's still a really cool creation, I think. It did say complete creative freedom, so. And this eye's kind of sliding down, bunching up the goop here. Yeah, so we can have like have stuff kind of melting away a little bit, like holes here. And then we can have like let's say kind of like muscles almost, like inside here. We have one here on the outside. I'm gonna have to do something on this side too here. Alright, let's get rid of this bottom sketch. Now we kind of have well, we can tilt him a bit there. You know, yeah, I not liking that part, but this part is kind of looking good. I guess like when it comes to this area, I kind of want it to, you know, stand out more, and these areas are kind of fair game because you can add some smaller details, and it's not going to be the centerpiece. Yeah, so put them all off to the side here, and then I'm gonna leave nice old goop trail. Alright. I want to fit it within the confines of the image, though, that's for sure. Alright. I think we have a winner here. So now we can go ahead and start inking. And I like to ink with kind of a dark blue here. Just because black tends to look a little flat, but... Alright. Thin lines for this. I'm gonna take down the opacity. And this is where a lot of this will come to life. Because we can add some of the additional little tiny details. These subtleties that kind of help it stand out a bit. We're gonna wait for the veins because we're gonna do that in the coloring stage. All right. We're gonna definitely wrap this main eye with as much we can have like a kind of goop over top of it a little bit. All right. And then we can have that. See, I like doing creepy stuff, because it's really interesting, like, psychologically, trying to make stuff that creeps people out. Sheep... Oh, you mean... Yeah, I think I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that's a good idea, too. I mean, I think the reason we think that's so creepy is because, you know, we're so used to seeing ours, which are circular, and then they have, like, those weird, like, horizontal pupils. Then, let's see, for this, we'll have, and we're gonna make that red. Yeah, sheep pupils are super, super creepy, for sure. Like, and that's kind of the key to making creepy stuff is subverting expectations. Like, you take something that, like, humans commonly see, right? Like eyes, teeth, whatever, and then you just make it a little off. And that just, it throws it completely, people for a loop, and it scares them. I mean, biologically, at least. You know, a lot of people don't feel that way all the time, but... I mean, obviously there are always exceptions to the rule. We'll have some drips here. But like another thing, the reason super large eyes can be really creepy, and or super tiny eyes, is because, like, in proportion to the rest of the body, you know, we look at that and we're like, something's not right. And when we see something that doesn't look quite right, we our biological reaction is to be averted to it. And that's what causes the, you know, the grossed out people, or, you know, people to be grossed out and people to be afraid of things. It's a survival mechanism, you know? Yep. That's exactly it. Our reactions exist for a reason. What I always found fascinating was how whenever we see cute things, we want, like, our reaction. You ever see something so cute and you're like, oh man, I just want to squeeze it up. It's like there's a reason for that, and I'm not exactly sure why. I learned about it in psychology, but it's real. That's fascinating to me because it's just like you know, something so cute that we want to hurt it for whatever reason. Yeah, it's so interesting. I loved psychology in college. It was one of my favorite things. I took every psych course that I could get my hands on back then. Abnormal psych and cross-cultural psychology were my two favorites. My professor was really cool, too. I miss those classes. All right. We're getting there. It's coming along. It's gonna look a lot better once it's. I mean, it looks. You know, I like the illustration so far. Let's take away the sketch real quick. Yeah, it's gonna look a lot clearer on what it is once it's all shaded and stuff. Oh, the social part of psych. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, I was an animation major in college, but for my electives, I just went for psychology, because I've always loved psychology, and it also helps with, you know, marketing and stuff like that. And it helped me kind of come up with different characters and all sorts of junk. But yeah, I graduated college with a bachelor's in media arts and animation. with a focus on 3D character art. But I also do, I had to learn 2D and all that stuff, which is how I started out as an artist anyway, so. But I miss college sometimes. Alright. We should be able to delete this one now. Alright. I hear that, man. I mean, freaking, like, I graduated college, but it was real close. I mean, I was very close to not. I luckily, if you have a good support system, people will encourage you and stuff, but people don't always have that, so. Like, I remember what was it? I almost didn't graduate because of financial reasons. Like, they stopped my aid, my last bit of college, and I had to figure out, like, I had to apply for a whole new loan and everything. College is crazy. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Whoa! Yeah, that area was looking a little bare. I'm gonna have to delete stuff on this computer, or transfer it over to my others. But yeah, I mean, it's never too late to go back to college. I mean, it's not for everybody, though. Like, I'd say at one point I thought that college was the way to go, but I now realize that most of the stuff that I learned there, I could have learned on my own. But, I don't know. My college experience was a lot different than most people's, though, going to, like, an art school and stuff. Yeah, not having to... Yeah, no, I hear that. I was that way a lot of the time, especially with my general education classes. Doing homework was just not in my not in my to-do list a lot of the time. Let's see. Okay, so we have something open over here. Okay, so we want to close everything off. Ah, there's one area. Ah, here's another one. Also, people used to, people drive home the whole, as soon as you turn 18, like, go to college and get a degree and all that, and it's like, man, I wish I would have taken some time off before I went to college, Like, doing that shit as soon as you turn 18 and get out of school is just insane. I think that's a lot of the reason I was burned out so quickly, because not only are you learning how to be an adult for the first time, but you're also, like, still doing school. Juilliard, man. Oh, that used to be the dream. I wanted to go to school for acting for a while, and that was one of my ideas. Yeah, that's a good school, man. Expensive. It's the main reason I didn't apply there. Those art schools, man, they'll get you every time. But you know what though, if she's good enough, then I know a lot of Juilliard hands out a lot of scholarships. So all right, let's try this one more time. All right, good. We closed off. Looks like we closed off everything. Oh. Okay, where? So let's go back here. So it looks like, aha, right there. I see. That's weird. It looks closed off, but it's not. But good luck to your little sister, man. It's a real yeah, that's a real big school. It's a crazy good school though. Opera. That's something I don't hear. That's something I don't see a lot, you know? Like a lot of people I know that went to New York for college, not even to Juilliard, but just like New York in general. Like they go for, you know, acting or, which I guess opera is, you know, still acting. So that makes sense. All right, let's just kind of get all of these empty holes here. We don't need to get that one because it's going to be filled in. All right, and then we select inverse, and now we do something mid-tone like this. There we go. Good luck. Tell her I said good luck, even though she has no idea who I am. But yeah, that's really cool. That's the dream right there. Forgot the flats layer. All right, just go for an off-white. And then oh, actually, I forgot. And there's a reason we're doing this flats layer here, because as soon as we figure out what color we want the guy to be, we're gonna go and use that as the, it'll be a lot easier once we fill in these smaller areas like the eyes. We can erase that. This is probably the most tedious part of this. Just getting all these nooks and crannies and tiny sections. All right, and then we can go for a more red kind of like here. Maybe make it more pastel. And we'll go in and detail that a little bit more, make it look more like muscle. But for now, we're gonna leave it as a flat color. That whole opera thing, man, that's really cool. I've never heard of someone going to college for that, but I guess, like, how else do you get into it, right? Well, I guess you could just do it, like, in small-town theaters and stuff, but I'm sure going to Juilliard for it would be a lot easier to get connections and stuff. That's kind of why I was glad when I went to college, getting connections in the industry. Not that I've used a lot of them, but, you know, it's still cool to have. Like, I have friends that work for Epic Games. I have friends that work for I have a couple friends who work for Disney currently. I've just never been into the studio life. Once upon a time, but not now. Alright. And now... So, I'm actually thinking something similar to this. Maybe a bit more... Yeah, maybe something like that. We could always change it later on, but for now... Anyway, let's do that instead. Because this is dragging along. She's been singing opera for 7 years. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, college is just, I think, the easier solution for a lot of people to make connections like that. We're gonna rough in some shadows here. Gonna go for a dark blue here. Go back to my sketch/shade brush. We're just gonna do some quick stuff just to get a feel for exactly what the depth and stuff is gonna be like. Okay, so this arm is gonna be mostly dark because it's in the background. And then I'm gonna have this. This is just very, very rough shading just to get a feel for exactly what, like, where the light source is gonna be coming from, which is gonna be that direction. So that way, whenever we do go to actually shade it, it'll be a lot easier to figure out where we want everything. Alright, and then we can do something like... Yeah. go. Into law enforcement, paramedics. Position in police force, alright. Nice, Navy SEAL Corps. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much overkill when it comes to police. But, I mean, that definitely couldn't hurt. But yeah, I mean, if that's something you want to do, then fucking go for it, you know? Alright, so now that we've roughed out the shadows, we're gonna go for highlights. We want to go for something orangish, right? And we're gonna put it here, but then we're gonna go and go for a lighten or a screen. And just see what feels right. Usually go for more of a I kind of like the way the lighten looks on this one. I'm just gonna make it bigger so we can we're just gonna rough in where the light's gonna go. That way we can kind of see the depth more. Oh, is that where you're at, the Marines right now? Oh, appreciate the compliment there. Yeah, we're gonna probably stop here in just a minute. I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find off another artist to pass you guys off to, but in the meantime, while I'm doing that, yeah, I have a bunch of friends who went to the military, but freaking, it's not something I ever really considered for myself. I'm not necessarily a very big military man, but I just have to say, like, a good 30% of my friends have all been to the military, so I know a lot about it from you know, other people. Let's see, who do we like? Who's got some good stuff going on? Someone a little lower on the. I got like a VTuber going on here. Interesting. Let's see. Give a smaller person some love. Jesus, there's a lot of artists. Holy shit. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That looks pretty cool, but it seems like everyone draws anime these days. Ah, good. A 3D guy. Oh, girl. 3D girl. Okay. Oh, that's Spanish, though. I don't want to do that. Let's see. But yeah, let's go. Not a whole lot of people to choose from, is there? I mean, there's a lot of people to choose from, but not many that I'd consider. Interesting. Where are we at? Let's, oh, you know what, that kind of looks cool. That's French. Damn. Why are all the good artists, foreign? There we go. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and slash raid. And before I do this, don't forget to shoot a follow. I'm going to be finishing this guy tomorrow. And then starting on another one. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will see you all later. And that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and send you over to Misty Anna.